Hello everybody, this is Tony with Blacktop Magazine, and I'm here today with Carson Lev. Carson, pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's fun.
Right on.
Appreciate it.
And so, what got you into the cars and all that?
It was interesting. I grew up in the Lakewood, Long Beach area, which was in the 50s and 60s, kind of a hotbed for racers and builders and welders and painters. I hung out at Kirby's funny car shop there, where Nat Quick and Kenny Youngblood and Don Kirby did all the fiberglass bodies, Little John Butera, Keith Black, Reef Automotive, Ed Big Daddy Roth hung out in his shop. So I was kind of immersed in the culture as a kid. You know, I kind of grew up in that Rat Fink 50s, 60s era.
Right.
I was a very active kid, man. I was riding my bike to a drag strip or a meet or something almost every weekend or a shop. So I just got immersed in it early on. And then kids I went to school with, their dads were all drivers or builders or welders. So I was lucky. A lot of guys I met ended up being kind of famous guys later. So that was kind of fun.
Well, and you had also alluded that you worked at Hot Wheels. What did you do there?
I was there for 10 years, 95 through 2005. I actually started off in medical product design. I thought I was going to be a doctor. Went on rounds with my family doctor, so I switched my major and I got a product development degree in biomedical product design. So I did CT scanners and MRI scanners. But I'd been doing lettering and pinstriping and graphics, you know, since hanging out with Ed Roth and Kenny Youngblood. That was a fun little business. But my doctor had a Dino Ferrari. So I thought if I need a Dino Ferrari, I better be a doctor.
Right.
And he kind of straightened me out when I told him what I wanted to do and said, you're making a mistake. I went on rounds with him, changed my major, so got it, you know, really into medical product design. Did that for about 10 or 15 years. But Larry Wood, who I've known forever, who's Mr. Hot Wheels, been there 40 years, he and 3 other guys went in and recruited me to be the boss.
Oh.
They actually went to the big boss, John Handy was the VP, and said, there's a guy in Disney Entertainment, he's the guy you need to hire to be our new boss.
Wow.
So I got recruited by my employee, which was cool.
Right.
So I ran design, engineering, and licensing for Hot Wheels at different times. Design for all the collector product, all the racing product, Formula One, anything other than a dollar car, a basic toy car. And then I got into, I had already been doing engineering, and then I got into licensing. When Chip and I built that twin mill and later built the DR2, I fell into licensing. So I was there 10 years. It was a great run, a lot of fun. After 10 years, I tend to be kind of active and I like to change things up a bit.
Sure.
After 10 years, it was time to do something different, so I started my own company working with Chip and other clients.
Right. Did you meet Chip when you were at Hot Wheels? And
Actually, before that.
Oh,
Actually, before that, when I had that CNC shop, I'd known Chip from car shows and different events and had seen him over at Boyd's and had friends of friends that saw him. And when he found out I was working with this company, he says, God, I've got this wheel that I literally, nobody can cut this wheel. It's a really organic shape.
Wow.
You need a 5-axis machine. And we managed a way to basically add additional code to it, turn it into 5-axis.
Oh, okay.
So I said to Chip, I think I can cut those wheels. Give me your hardest design you've got. And in 2 weeks we did 2 prototypes, and we made 2 in SLA, the rapid prototype machine. We made 2 prototypes on a mill, in a CNC mill, and made those and presented to him. And he said, God, you just changed the wheel business. Nobody could make these wheels. I gave you the hardest design. When I went to Mattel, I thought, I got to bring him along. And so we did a lot of licensing with Chip. He was our design director on the building of the DR2 and the twin mill. He and I got to be closer friends. And then when overhauling took off, he really needed somebody to manage his brand.
Yeah.
And so then I left Mattel at that point. But yeah, I've known Chip, gosh, I think it's going on like 22 years now or something.
Wow, that's fantastic. What a great friendship, too.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's a real good guy.
He really is. We met him on several occasions, and good guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cruising for a Cure, Debbie Baker, she was here earlier and talked a little bit about how the show had saved your life.
Yeah.
So tell us briefly about that.
I refer to her as my guardian angel. I'd gone to that show for a number of years as Hot Wheels. We came down there, brought tracks down and did toys for kids and just to attract kids. And every year, Debbie would say, get your blood test. Finally, one year, she grabbed me by the arm, pushed me in her golf cart, got my blood test. I trash talked her the whole way, made fun of her like a waste of time this is.
Right.
Go get the old guys over there in the corner. Because I was like 49. And then 2 weeks later, got the letter in the mail that showed I had an elevated PSA. Which from my medical background, I knew what it meant. The doctors tried to treat me thinking it was everything but that. Finally had a biopsy and found out that out of the 5 samples, 1 was cancerous, but you still got to deal with it. And when I went to UCLA, well, because of Debbie, she got me in there. I got to see the lead surgeon, Dr. Gene DeKernian. From the day I was diagnosed, which was August 1st, I had surgery on August 18th.
Right.
I knew it was going to be fine because it was so early. Because it was so early, I was able to have a surgery that was very much, very helpful to me. I have a nerve sparing surgery, so because it was so early, there was no other issues I had to deal with, like going outside boundary layers or being in lymph nodes, and so to be a little frank here, the two big things guys worry about are impotence and incontinence. And if you catch it early enough, you don't have to worry about that at all. And so, I still, I'm young, I'm not dead, I still, like I said, I want to make sure my wife smiles at me if I pass her in the hallway. I don't want to.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah, well, I would hope so. And so after when I left the hospital on my discharge, Dr. DeCurnian said, hey, why would you even come in here at 49? I mean, other than your PSA, and I told him the story, and he said, well, that lady's your guardian angel because your cancer was an aggressive one. They're usually not. His argument to me was it would have been 10 years till I had a symptom, and then they've been fighting to save my life.
Right.
So that's been a number of years now, so I always refer to Debbie as GA, my guardian angel. My kids all, my mom loves her, my whole family, I mean, she's at my birthday parties and Christmas parties. She's one of the greatest ladies I know. And then the whole idea of getting this show together, pretty clever, because guys aren't going to go to a car show if you say, hey, come to the cancer car show. But if you go to the car show, you can cruise your cars around and have fun. It's kind of like an attractive nuisance. They'll hang out there. So.
And like she said, too, before, it's like when you have, the guys take much better care of their cars than their bodies.
Yes. Yeah, I wrote a story about how a car show saved my life, or why don't men take care of their bodies the way they do their cars, because you probably know your horsepower better than you know your cholesterol.
Yes.
It's so the trick is you should probably be taking care of your body, because you'll be driving that car a lot longer than you're going to be driving the other car. So
Good point.
hopefully,
Good point.
you know what? Again, if one person gets that message and gets their life saved by Tom's word, my word, Debbie. I mean, you look at Debbie, the number of people she's saved. I mean, it's in the hundreds.
Oh,
so.
She's always looking around, make sure you got the bandage on your arm.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's a big part of our family now, and we all love her. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is. Well, thank you again for sharing.
Yeah,
and
well,
for being,
I'm happy to do it.
So much like that. So, what's next for Carson Lev?
Mika Machins is a new client. We help them with sponsorship and licensing. Chip's business has always been robust and going forward. Ryan at West Coast Customs, we help him on some projects. So we're fun. We're just solely automotive based. That's all we do. And so, I'm always looking at the next new fun thing. I kind of have that wanderlust thing where my needle starts to bounce a little bit if I maintain the same speed too long.
The artist side in you probably.
Yeah, that's the lateral side. Yeah.
So, and it's at redfin.com?
Yeah, redfin.com.
PH?
Yeah, it's REDPHIN, because
Right.
Redfin with an F is the real estate guys.
Okay.
And they have that name first, but Redfin was the name of my car, so we talked about that, so I use that. So we're fun. I mean, we're fortunate to be having the fun we're having.
Good.
So we enjoy it.
Right on. Well, thank you again.
Yeah,
so
my
much
pleasure.
For coming out.
Good to see you,
Appreciate it.
Tony. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
All right, you're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Hi, I'm Pinky Swear, and you're watching Blacktop TV.